So in the real world, there's all kinds of quadratic models in physics and business, and architecture and other things. So we will have them in that form that we've been talking about. Uh, but a lot of times what we're interested in is what's called the maximum or the minimum. So if you have a quadratic function that graphs like this, then the vertex is a minimum. That's the vertex down there, at the bottom. And that's the minimum output. Okay, when you think about the range, right? Like you're thinking that's the lowest it can go. And sometimes we're interested in knowing that value, the minimum value. If you have a quadratic function that graphs like this, then the vertex is said to be a maximum. So, and sometimes we want to maximize our profits in business or something like that. And so we want to know the maximum value. But this is also a vertex. Okay? So when they ask you to find a maximum value or a minimum value, they're asking you to find the vertex. Now, a lot of times these questions will say something like, what is the max or the min value and where does it occur? So I wanted to do a couple examples here so you could see something. Say you have a parabola like this, okay? And I'm just going to make up some values. Let's say this is 5 and this is 4, okay? So we would say the vertex here is at 5, 4. This would be a maximum value, right? Okay, so what is the maximum value? The max value, in case they ask, would be 4. It's the output, okay? So this is where students get confused sometimes. So the maximum value, like if I have this function, what's the highest output I can get? 4. Where does it occur? It occurs at, and they might say x equals 5 or, time is 5 or something like that. But it's occurring at 5, okay? You know what? I don't like the way I have that written. That's going to make it look like a line. I'll just say it occurs at 5. Okay? And it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about feet for the output and seconds for the input? I don't know. Okay? Now, if you have another one like this, I'll try to do a better job on this one. So let's say you have a quadratic model that graphs to be something like that. And let's say this is 7 and this is 2. Okay? And let's say this is time. Let's say this is seconds. And let's say this is in feet. Okay? So right down here is the vertex. It's going to be a minimum, min, and they're going to say, hey, what's the minimum value? The min value is 2 feet. That would be the minimum value. Where does it occur? It occurs at 7 seconds. Okay? So that's what they're talking about. The minimum value or the maximum value is the output, and it occurs at whatever the x value is that corresponds. Okay, but when we're looking for maxes and mins, we're looking for the vertex.